Are you Ashley Robbins?
Yes.
Ms. Robbins, you are now charged with yet another case.
Predates the prior office.
How many times she missed court here? Connor, come on up.
Hey, Judge.
I know she's your client, right?
Yes, on the all older case. Yes. So
He just missed once on June.
so what happened, Judge, is there was a complaint filed recently about a case that was 2 years ago. And then on that day, we reset her to get her here, and she was unable to make it on that day. And then she forfeited. So then she got rearrested, and then we're here today.
So the possession case was from April, and then right after that one, she picks up a burglary of a motor vehicle.
The EMV is from 2022, but the complaint wasn't filed until one day until the statute of limitations ran.
Yeah, you're right. Have we found probable cause on it? Do you know?
I don't think so, Judge.
So, Ms. Robbins, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You're also charged with possession of a controlled substance. You're facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine on both of those cases. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, man. So I guess start with the burglary case, if you don't mind.
Officers conducted a follow-up investigation and found that on May 23rd, 2024, the defendant had been identified as entering the complaining witness's car without her consent. Officers spoke with the business owner, who provided a video and photos of the incident, which were then matched with the defendant's Facebook photos, which was provided by the complaining witness. The video showed the defendant entering the passenger side of the complaining witness's vehicle, removing items, and getting into another car. And I apologize, Your Honor, it was wrong date in the summary, but it's 2022.
So that is because I was, okay. Did they get the property back? Now, can we go ahead on the other case? Do you mind?
Officers conducted a traffic stop in Harris County, Texas, because the vehicle had a headlight out. The officer asked the driver for consent to search the vehicle. Consent was given. While searching the vehicle, the officer located a black purse that belonged to the defendant, who was the passenger of the vehicle. The officer asked the defendant for consent to search the purse, and the defendant gave consent. Upon searching the purse, the officer located a Rexall pill bottle that contained 2 white pills that had the imprint of M367 on it. The officer, from his training and experience, identified the pill as hydrocodone pills and detained the defendant, and the total weight was 1.3 grams.
And I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with both of your cases. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication, and not to have any contact with the complaining witnesses in the burglary case. Do you understand your conditions? If you violate these conditions, if you consume alcohol or dope, I'm going to put you in jail. If you show me that you can't stop, I will put you in a rehab facility. Do you understand? So you can either do it your way. If that doesn't work, we will do it my way. And I promise you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand?
Just for reference, what is the name of the complaining witness?
It is James Whitehouse.
So Tracy, if you can do the conditions on the burglary case, please. No weapons, no alcohol, no drugs, no contact with the complaining witness. Ms. Robbins, it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Connor. He will tell you when you have court. I'm not going to put up with any flight. You take off on it, you don't show up again. You will be, you will not get any more PR bonds. You understand, man? The only thing we're asking you to do is come back and stay out of trouble and don't use anything you're not supposed to use. All right. For now, I'm going to have you go to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset, and then you'll meet with Tracy for your bond conditions. All right. Thanks, Connor. Ms. Yonker, you had an assault family member with us. You've now picked up the violation of a protective order, and they filed it as a felony. You're looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. I don't know what happened. I'd like to know. That's why I brought you out, because you're still on bond in our case, and I want to know whether that could be yanked or not. I don't know what happened, but can you please?
HPD was dispatched just before 1 a.m. on July 4th to the Belfort condos in Harris County, Texas. The complaining witness is the defendant's former boyfriend. The complaining witness has a protective order prohibiting the defendant from having harassing or threatening contact with him and prohibiting her from being within 200 feet of the defendant's residence at Belfort. The complaining witness states that the defendant showed up at his home and began kicking and banging on his door for approximately 3 minutes. When officers made contact with the defendant, she stated she had come to pick up her belongings. This is the second violation, and the defendant had previously returned to the complaining witness residence on July 2nd.
So they caught her at the place? Do you know or no? No. Point, Ms. Yonker, you're gonna get it. You can't just continue to do what you're doing. That's why we have, fun. It's not, but I'm now gonna revoke your bond in our case as well. And I'm gonna raise it up to 5,001. First, I would have you talk to Carl to see whether that's something that you should, because I don't want you to say something. I've got a bunch of DAs here, Ms. Yonker, and I don't want you to say something that's gonna further, case as it is.
No, if I may.
Of course.
Ms. Yonker, I visited with her when I was assigned to her case. I told her, and she understood not to go over there to her residence without escort by police authority to get her property back. However, she did text me and call me a couple of days thereafter telling me that Mr. Stone, who's the complaining witness, had thrown her property or belongings in the Dempsey dumpster nearby and that she couldn't come get it. And she apparently did go by there to try to get her property back on the July 2nd date, which is about the same time period that we're talking about. He received text or phone call from a third party to go by there to get her belongings. And that's when
No one can authorize you to violate this.
he can't. And the only thing.
What is property is so important that you're willing to risk going to jail and up to 10 years. Have some kind of disco ball that's made of gold? What's so important?
The thing is, but I was under the impression that the cops were there and
that poof and magic, the cops are just going to show up. You know what they say about assumptions, Ms. Yonker? Unless you call them and make an arrangement for them to meet you there, they're not going to magically appear like
4 hours for them to come to me, and I almost ended up in jail. I need all the cop cams of everything pulled. I don't know why the ending of the report doesn't tell you what really happened when I pulled up to the thing with him, because he called me and told me that I could
not even supposed to have contact with him.
Yes, sir.
I told you, if he calls you, hang up. If he texts you, do not reply. We tell you these things to put you on notice of what you can and can't do.
Yes, sir.
At the very minimum, you could have called a friend and had them go get the stuff for you if it's that important to you. And now, do you have anyone that's going to post the money for you?
She's got a $30,000 bond for felony court, so I don't anticipate. I don't been in contact with several people, but nobody's been forthcoming and posted a $30,000 bond.
I was out on bond, and he hired my bond yesterday because I don't ever.
Isn't she from you're from another state as well, right?
No, she's from
because of him.
Jefferson County is kind of another state almost, but not quite.
Yeah.
Oh, aren't you not from another state?
She's from Beaumont.
But I talked to court when nobody was talking, so he raised my bond. I didn't know I was supposed to talk because I was asking a question, because at the end of the report it doesn't say everything that really happened, because I was not caught on the property.
It doesn't matter. That's the thing. You cannot justify violating a court order. You either do or you don't.
Yes, sir.
That's it. So I'm going to revoke it, sitting at 5,001. If you're able to make the bond upstairs, or if they reduce it or something like that, come back, talk to me. But I'm issuing a protective order now, right now. I want you to understand, if you violate this, or if you violate this now, they will hold you at zero bond. No bond. Would be very, very careful. Means no, Ms. Yonker.
I understand.
I hope you get it now.
I did with the felony charge.
Yeah, you're going to revoke it. You raise it only to 1,000 as opposed to 5,000 because she already has a $30,000 bond.
I'll do 2,501.
Thank you, Judge.
And then you let me know if she's.
We need some relief thereafter if she's able to get some relief with the felony.
I'm not happy with you, Ms. Jackson. You have a bond violation. You were ordered not to consume alcohol. You were ordered to get a device and blow into the device, and you're trying to fool us. What's this look of bewilderment that you have? Mr. Slider?
Judge, I met with Ms. Jackson yesterday. She's acknowledged that she made a few mistakes. Wants court to give her another chance. Says she will comply with the rules of the monitoring.
Her attitude tells me something completely different.
Let her just tell you directly.
No, sir. I think what I explained to my attorney yesterday is I believe that I may have a problem and I didn't get the opportunity to need additional support. I acknowledge that.
So something has to change because what we're doing now is not working.
Yes, sir.
So what has to change? What are we going to do?
I need support. I need to go to some type of meetings in order to help me with my urges, honestly. I'm a single mother. I do things. I recently just moved. I said I've been trying to grow in my life, and then that I've been stressed a little bit, and that's what's causing me to consume.
How many kids you got?
I have one child.
How old is that child?
He's 9.
I see that child.
Me, full custody.
What happens if you go to jail?
His father would take him. I don't think he would like that, though.
Let me ask you this. Do you get along with the father?
I do.
Do you have a custody support arrangement or
So
what?
we just co-parent.
I would advise her maybe start trying to go to AA.
No, it's not going to start. It's going to happen. And I want 90 AAs in 90 days. And I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks. And I want to see that you've got 14 done. And if you don't have it done, guess what's going to happen?
Go to jail.
Correct. And I'm now modifying your conditions. I'm giving you 1 day and I'm going to put an ankle monitor on you so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. I'm going to modify the conditions with a scram on her ankle so I know that she's not trying to fool us again. Ms.
She'll turn
Jackson.
in the current flow device and put the scramble.
Correct. If you fool me one more time, if you try to play me for a fool, you will go to jail. I will not give you any more chances. The only way that you will remain out now is if you're doing AA classes on a daily basis to prove to me that you're trying to take a proactive approach to staying sober. But the next time you will go to jail, I will hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days, probate it for 2 years, and put you in a rehab facility. And I'll do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand, Ms. Jackson?
Yes, sir.
That's what you have waiting for you. And I don't care where you come up here and try to say where the alcohol came from. I don't care if it's a tequila lollipop, a buccal swab. I don't care if it's isopropyl, hair dye. I've heard it all, and I will not entertain any excuses from you. Mouthwash, I don't care. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So let's reset this thing 2 weeks from today. She has 1 day to get these, or she has until Monday to get the scram device on her ankle.
The court will pay for that, Judge.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can you excuse, Judge?
Sure.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Roberson. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed.
On July 7th, 2024 at 3:30 a.m., officers were dispatched to a traffic hazard call. Upon arrival, we spoke with a witness who said that he saw the defendant in the front driver's seat of the car. He was traveling northbound on West Loop North Feeder, and her vehicle was parked in the middle of a moving lane of traffic. He got out, he called to check on the driver, and she was in the driver's seat, engine running. The front passenger side of the defendant's vehicle was inoperable, and officers observed an odor of alcohol on the breath and the defendant to have poor balance. Officers observed dash cam footage from the witness, which showed the defendant's vehicle and the defendant exiting the vehicle. The defendant's demeanor was angry, and she had bloodshot eyes. Officers spoke with the defendant, who said that she was traveling home from a restaurant. Standard field sobriety test was conducted, 6 of 6 on the HGN, 6 of 8 on the walk and turn, and 4 of 4 on the one-leg stand. The IC was read, breath was declined, and blood was drawn pursuant to a warrant.
Was there an accident? Just stopped in a moving lane of traffic. Was she, wait.
Not clear.
Yeah, it's the way they wrote that report was like being in a drive-through.
Same questions I had. When the officer arrived, she was not inside the vehicle, Your Honor. They're basing the will witness on this witness that called and asked for the officer to be.
Find something differently. You can always reapproach on PC.
I will, Your Honor.
Always happy to do it.
You know I will be also now.
So, Ms. Roberson, find probable cause to go forward with your case now. Do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes, sir.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
Yes, sir. It's in my mom's name, my insurance.
Not in your mom's name. You have to be named on the policy.
Yes, sir.
If you are not named on the policy where your name actually is listed and which car you're protected with, you're not allowed to drive, man. Until I know that, I'm going to bar you from driving. If you can show me today that you're listed as on the policy, then I'll allow you to drive. So it's very easy. All you have to do is go to an app or the website and find out. So I am ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of dope, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds.
And Your Honor, if I may, she lives in Dallas. She was just down here working for the weekend. Is it possible we can just do test only when she's here?
No, not for now.
Rather than random?
What we'll do is you will be called for random testing. You must go to a Quest diagnostic, get the test done there, get it to Brock, and he will get it to us. If you just blow us off, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. But going to a Quest, so I'm making it to where you don't have to come back to Houston to test. I will waive your appearance, so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you have to stay in touch with Brock.
Yes, sir.
And when you do get called for a test, go to a Quest diagnostic, test there, get the result to them, and then that'll satisfy us here. Any questions? Okay. For now, have you signed an affidavit that you're not to drive? After that, we'll get you to Victoria Sign and Reset. After that, you'll get a trace of your bond condition. After that, you're free to go. If you show me that she's got insurance, then I'll rip up the affidavit.
I have it to you, if not today, by Monday at the latest. Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day. Bye.
Why are you laughing?
It's not the same as doing it home.
Every day in Harris County, someone dies from a DWI, Mr. Asik Chen. Every day, someone dies from a DWI. And here you are with 2 open DWIs. What on earth gives you the right to endanger my people? All you have to do is stay home. And if you'd stay home, if you must get out, take a freaking Uber or walk. Now you will learn the hard way because you will be deported. In life, when you do things the right way, you are rewarded. For you, that means wherever you get deported to, if you want to come back to the United States, ask for permission first. Because if you come back without permission and you are caught, you will be facing 5 years in minimum in a federal prison. And if you thought this was bad, wait till you get to federal prison. Because I'm going to tell you, with both of your DWIs that you have now, if a police catches you, they will be chomping at the bit for you. All we want are our streets to be safe. I'm not asking for much. You've worked out an agreement now where they're going to dismiss one of the DWIs and you are pleading to the other one. Understand from now on, if you are ever in a car and you get stopped, the first thing an officer will do is they will look up your criminal history. They will look to see that you have at least 2 DWIs on your record. Do you think that they're going to be nice to you?
No.
Right. They will never be nice to you from now on. And that's because of your criminal history. Never. Even if you've had a sip of alcohol, don't get into a car and drive because you will be right back over here. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. And every time you go to jail, you will get an ICE detainer. Don't get into a car. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, front and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charged, represented for court. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. You can never take it off. Do you understand?
Yes.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? Is it or untrue that you had a 0.15 or above, Mr. Asik Chen? Okay. Which one are we going on? The first one or the second? And then the other one will be dismissed. Okay. How do you plead offense, Mr. Asik Chen? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. I will send you to 3 days in jail. I will give you credit for one, although you have